Hello, this is the AVIT department, Westminster United Church Computer Lab, and today I want to show you a tool that can allow you to take a video of any activity that you do on your computer system in the lab. This is something that would be a video screen capture. The application that you would use is something called TDK Record My Desktop. You can get to it and launch it by going to the main menu, for example, Teacher Account, Sound and Video, and then select Desktop Recorder. Prior to clicking on to record your session, it's important to check the settings for your default input for sound. For example, you're hearing my voice right now, so obviously I made sure that it could be recorded through our webcam that I use most of the time to record my audio at the same time. How you check this is go to the main menu, go to Preferences, go to Sound. And this is the sound characteristics for any defaults in the computer system. We go to Input. You'll notice right now that default input is set to LifeCam, our webcam basically. Never assume it's always set to that. If it was set to internal audio, that would be the sound card, and in that respect, because there is no microphone that would be attached in, you wouldn't get any sound. It would be actually a pretty nasty sounding video, which isn't a problem. Sometimes if you want to shoot a screen capture, you can bring it into a video editor, remove the sound, and then add in sound later, or overdub, I guess as they say in the industry. Anyways, it's set here. You can actually see my voice being recorded from the input level. So we just close the dialog box. Now we're interested in actually recording our session. So we do that by clicking onto the record button. And now our system is live. Now we can do anything that we want onto the computer system. For example, what can you do? I could do an instructional video on the self-directed learning web page that we have here. And this is what I do. This is what I use to actually teach the people here in the computer lab how to learn how to learn. Okay. So I can do that. Another thing I could do is I could create a slideshow and then run it as a slideshow and tape record it, so to speak, to be used later for title sequences in my video, which I do. That's the beginning sequence for the Westminster United Church and the ending credits. When you're finished recording your video, then you may notice on the docking station panel that there are square buttons. There are actually two, and this is kind of weird, but you have to understand that I've been recording my session to explain to you how to get prepared to record the session. And then I'm recording the recording session. Try to wrap your head around that one. So there's actually two separate sessions that are going on. In order to stop my first one, I'm clicking onto the stop button, and that's going to stop my recording session. And when I do that, then a little dialog box comes up, and it's actually now processing this session. And you don't do anything. You only cancel it if you want to abort what you're doing. You wait for the full period of time before it records the actual session itself. By default, your video will be stored into your home directory under a file called out.ogv. What type of file is this? This is something called an OGG Theora file. It's an open source format. You guys might be more familiar with AVI files or MPEG files or Flash video files. This is just the open source equivalent. Not to panic, it can be loaded in to video editors for processing, and that product then can be downloaded into an AVI file, which is more YouTube friendly, for example. So there you go. And once this has been completed, then you can point and double click onto this icon and actually see your your video play. This is the AVIT department, just showing you, again, yet another tool that you guys can use, and hopefully when you get good at it, then elements of Westminster United Church can become self-sufficient to generate their own learning videos and help to try to take the load off. Again, this is the AVIT department, just showing you a way to make life a little bit easier, and take care.